Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Jess. I'm going to start a series all about hair, okay? So let me take you back in time a little bit. I'd say around like 2019, 2020, my hair was fried, okay? So a few years ago, my hair was fried. Like it was just heat damaged and it would break and it was not in good shape at all, okay? So I vividly remember I was getting my hair done by this stylist, in a local stylist by me, and she basically, I don't want to say like making fun of me, but that's kind of how it came off. She was basically going on and on about how damaged my hair was. Okay? Needless to say, I did not go back to this person, but it did open my eyes to the fact that I had to step up my hair care game, okay? So over the past few years, I have really taken a lot of time and effort into learning like the right ways to take care of your hair and things you can do to help bring it back to health, okay? So that's what this series is going to be centered around, is things I personally have done in my own life that have really taken my hair from like dry and damaged and just not healthy at all to shiny and long and soft and all the things, okay? So today is going to be episode 1 and it's going to be hair washing tips, okay? We're going to start at the beginning. All right, so stay tuned and I'm going to go through some tips that I have incorporated into my life as a non-hair professional that I'm sure that you can also incorporate into yours, okay? All right, so tip number 1, and I really think this first tip over everything I've ever done and incorporated into my hair care routine has really made the most difference, okay? Out of everything, because it's kind of like a snowball effect. Once you get tip number 1 down, everything else kind of is easier, okay? Tip number 1, go longer between washes, okay? I know you've heard this over and over again probably, but it's true. It's true. Now, is there this like a set time that you should go between washes? No, there isn't. That differs from person to person. Really, it just depends on your hair type, like what kind of lifestyle you have, like if maybe you sweat a lot, that sort of thing. Personally, my own humble opinion, I think nobody should be washing their hair every day. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Trust me, okay? You'll thank me. I think everybody should be able to go at least 3 days, okay? If you can get to 3 days, I think you'll be golden. I personally wash my hair twice a week, sometimes once a week, depending on what life is doing in that week. But yeah, I wash my hair typically twice a week, and it really, really has been a game changer. I used to be, when I first started hair training my hair, I got to strictly once a week. Strictly once a week. Like I did not budge. Once a week, I washed my hair and I didn't go more than that. But I discovered that actually, for me, for my hair type, that wasn't enough, because I started to get build-up issues and all that sort of thing, which is also not good for your hair. Okay, so it really just depends on like your hair type, like your lifestyle, and that sort of thing. But just play around with it, and just see what fits for you. But I do recommend that you try to go at least, if you can, at least 3 days, okay? If you're an everyday washer, try to push it to every other day. If you're an every other day washer, try to push it out one more day further than that, okay? All right, so that's tip number 1, and it's a big one, okay? Because once you get that down, then other things will fall into place. You won't be heat styling as much. You also obviously won't be using as much, shampoos and that sort of thing. And it just saves time. It saves time. Trust me, okay? It's all around a good thing. All right, so tip number 1, go longer between washes. Okay. tip number 2. Now, repeat after me. Shampoo is for your scalp. And again, shampoo is for your scalp. 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 Okay? Tip number 2, shampoo is for your scalp. Okay? There is a correct way to wash your hair. There is. Okay? Shampoo is for your scalp. So, what that means is, when you shampoo your hair, you should only be shampooing your scalp. Okay? So what I do, on days that I wash my hair, I take not more than a quarter size amount of shampoo, okay? And I rub it between my hands a little bit just to kind of warm it up and, you know, kind of work up some bit of a lather a little bit. And then I will take the pads of my fingers, not my nails, because you don't want to scratch your scalp either. The pads of my fingers, and just work that shampoo into my scalp, okay? And I never go lower than around my, like the bottom of my ear, okay? So your ear is actually, well, it's like the guideline that I use, okay? So shampoo, to me, doesn't go lower than my ear, and then my conditioner doesn't go higher than my ear, okay? So shampoo is for your scalp, conditioner is for your ends, all right? So when you shampoo your hair, what happens is, when you rinse it, all that shampoo will then travel down to the ends of your hair and clean them just the right amount that your ends need to be cleaned, okay? This will save your ends from getting too dry. And it also saves shampoo, okay? So, we'll get to that in a minute because that's another one of my tips, but, I mean, if you can save money, save shampoo, okay? So remember, shampoo is for your scalp. Wash your scalp with shampoo because that's what it's for. It's to clean your hair, okay? Shampoo is made to clean your hair, all right? Conditioner is made to make it soft and all those sorts of things, okay? So remember, shampoo is for your scalp. Conditioner is for your ends. All right, tip number 3, incorporate a hair mask. Okay, a deep conditioning hair mask. I've heard some other people say that this isn't really necessary. It's really done wonders for my hair. Just incorporating that deep conditioner into my hair care routine. I use it probably every other wash, so I don't use it every time. Okay, but I do use it probably about every other wash. And this is the one I've been using lately, and I really been liking it. I just got the small one because I didn't want to commit to a full tub if I didn't like it, you know. But it's the Kerastase Elixir Ultimate? Ultimate? I don't know. It's some fancy word. But anyway, this one is supposed to improve shine and all that sort of thing, which it does. It does a great job. I absolutely love it, and it smells really good too. So, yes, it smells, I love the way it smells. So, this is a really good hair mask that I've been using lately and loving. But yeah, just do your research, find a hair mask that you think would be good for your hair type, and then go from there. When you use a mask, okay, this is how I put it on. So you take a good size amount, okay, because you want to really, like, coat your hair. And I start from my ends, okay? I start from my ends and work up to my ear. Remember this? I use my ear for my guideline, okay? So I typically don't bring it up much higher than my ear. Sometimes if, like, I'm feeling a little dry up here, I'll use whatever's left on my hands, which is not a lot, okay? After it's all been worked into my ends and mids, I'll take whatever left on my hands and just lightly run it through the top, but that's few and far between. Okay, so then once I get it all, like, worked in from my ends up into my mids, I take just a flat brush, okay, like this, and I use the end with the wider teeth, this, and I gently, keyword is gently, okay, because when your hair is wet, it's at its weakest point, okay? So I then gently take this and brush that mask through my hair just to make sure that it's evenly distributed. All right, tip number 4. Use good products, okay? Find good products. Do your research, okay? Read reviews, research on ingredients, that sort of thing. Am I saying that you need to use the most expensive things you can find? No. No, that's not what I'm saying. Should you use the cheapest things you can find? No, probably not. Okay? So does it matter what you use on your hair? Absolutely. Absolutely it does. Do your research, okay? Do your research. Not all hair care is created equal, okay? And we all have different hair types and hair needs and goals and that sort of thing. So take that into account too, that what works for me might not work for you. Okay, and the other way around. This is what I've been using lately, and it's been working for me. I do kind of want to tweak things a little bit because hair care is a journey and I'm still on it. Okay. It is still a journey. But I'm trying to like tweak things as much as I need to. But this is what I've been using lately and I've been liking it. So first I start off with the Biolage Normalizing Clean Reset shampoo. Okay, because like I said, I don't wash my hair often, like twice a week usually, sometimes once. So this really helps to remove the gunk and buildup. However, I do think I'm going to start to use this less frequently because I have been noticing that my scalp's been getting a little bit irritated. And this does have some some heavy duty cleansing agents in it. So I think I'm going to start to use this one less often than I have been. So, all right. And then I go in with the Redken All Soft shampoo and the conditioner when I'm not using my hair mask, okay? I really like this. It really helps to add moisture and shine back to my hair and give softness because my hair can be a little bit on the coarse side. Not too terribly coarse, but it does kind of lean in that direction. So I do sometimes have problems with shine and softness and that sort of thing. So I've really been liking these so far, so good. And then like for like leave-in products, I don't know. I'm trying to find different things because I've been using the Laneige Envy leave-in conditioner for years, and it's good. It's good. But I've been using it for so long that I just haven't tried anything else. And the more I try other things, I'm like, this is good, but I think I could probably find something better, honestly. Nothing against Laneige, and no, I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I don't know, it's okay. It's not bad, but I do feel like I could find something better, okay? But that just proves my point, okay, is that try things out, do your research, find things that work for you. And as life changes, as you change, you get older, your hair changes, then your hair needs could change too. So you've got to be able to adapt the products that you're using for your hair, okay? So yeah, tip number 4 is use good products, okay? All right, tip number 5, be gentle to your hair when it's wet, okay? When your hair is wet, it is at its most fragile state, okay? So when you get out of the shower and you go to dry your hair, don't take your towel and do this thing, rough it all up and get all in there, get all aggressive. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Instead, take your towel, take your hair like this, and pretend my towel's, my hand's the towel, okay? Pretend my hand's the towel. And go like this, gently squeeze the water out of your hair, okay? That will help tremendously, especially with things like frizz and that sort of thing, because you don't want to rough up your hair, especially when it's wet. Also, when you go to brush out your wet hair, you want to use a brush like this, like a wet brush, okay? This has like the flexible bristles that are a lot gentler on your hair when it's wet. Now, it brings me to brushing wet hair, okay? When you brush wet hair, and even when my hair is dry, I do this, okay? But I'm especially careful when it's wet. I start at my ends, okay? Start at your ends. Start here, and then I gradually work up my hair and get out the tangles, okay? So never go in from the top and go and just go in there, okay? Don't do that. So yeah, start at your ends and brush up, okay? Until you get all the tangles out, and then maybe you can go from the top down, okay? So that's tip number 5. Be super gentle with your hair, especially when it's wet. Oh, and that also, I also want to mention putting your hair up in a towel. Don't do that, okay? Sorry, that kind of just popped into my head as I was about to move on to the next tip, but I do have to mention that. Okay, so like I said, when your hair is wet, it's very, very fragile, okay? It's at its weakest point. So when you pull all your hair up like this, super tight into one of those, towel turban things, and let it dry like that, when your hair dries, it kind of shrinks. And it's more prone to breakage, okay? So instead, a lot of times I'll just kind of like drape a towel around my shoulders and let it just air dry kind of down. Or if you are, if you're a stickler for the towel, just take the towel and just kind of gently wrap your hair in it instead of pulling it up so tight, okay? That was the last point I wanted to mention about wet hair, okay? So tip number 5, be gentle with your hair, especially when it's wet. Okay, last but not least, okay? Tip number 6. Use a leave-in conditioner, okay? Use a leave-in conditioner. Like I said, I've been using the one from Launch for a long time. It's good. It's good. It's not terrible. I want to try to find a better one because I think it could be a little bit better, honestly. But this one isn't bad. But when you get out of the shower and your hair is wet before you brush it, put in a little bit of that leave-in conditioner just to help you get the tangles out and everything. Also, when your hair dries and everything, it'll really soak up all the goodness from that conditioner, and it'll really help keep your hair nice and hydrated and healthy. All right, so tip number 6. Use a leave-in conditioner. All right, there you have it. Those are all my hair washing tips / wet hair tips. It kind of went off and, I also went to after you wash your hair because that's also important. But if you have any questions for me, put them down in the comments. Also, if you know of a really good leave-in conditioner that you've used, let me know. Put it in the comments. If you like the video, give me a like. If you want to subscribe. I barely got that out, but I did it. Anyway, yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.